How did your balls fall asleep on a recumbent bike, you said?
Yeah. Like, you know the Airdyne bike, the one that has the fan in it?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
with the arm thing.
Yeah.
So I was doing that.
Old school.
Wow,
Right.
no one does that.
They're hard. So
Where
anyway,
were you at? Like an old apartment complex?
No, I was in
He's
the gym.
generating energy for his building. It's on the roof. It's a new Bushwick initiative that gets
green energy.
They just hold
Yeah.
They hold like a cupcake in front of them.
Yeah. Andrew, I thought of you yesterday because I was walking into some store and I saw a truck that it was like for some blood foundation where it was like donate blood. It was encouraging people to donate blood. And it says, blood, you can't live without it. And I was like, I bet someone like it reminded me of your joke about your dad's. Can you tell that?
Oh, when I named my dad's boat?
Yeah, well, Andrew Andrew had a youthful expression of comedic genius. Kind of like a foreshadowing. If you would have looked back, you would have been like, maybe that guy's going to be a comedian someday. His first little like hint of
My
that.
only hint, maybe.
Your only hint. The thing that might have thrust Andrew into a career of comedy.
The only positive thing for my childhood.
Yes. What happened?
So my father is a hematologist oncologist for layman terms. Does that work? Blood and cancer doctor. Layman's. Is it layman's?
No, layman's. You're right. You were right.
But I don't know if layman works there when you're describing.
Yeah.
Blood and cancer doctor.
Yeah.
So he got a boat, and he sat down the family. He goes, we got to come up with a name for the boat. And everyone's throwing out names, boat, just different things,
Yeah.
I have another great name for a boat, and I'll say it afterwards.
Okay.
And I just go blood vessel.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Right?
That's pretty good.
The family lost their
How old
mind.
were you?
Huh?
How old were
I was
you?
a child prodigy.
I mean, clearly.
Yeah. I was like 9.
Genius.
Yeah. And the whole
for a
family
9-year-old
stopped.
to grasp that kind of double meaning, I mean, it's pretty impressive.
I was a king. They carried me around just for a little while because my parents had weak arms, but I was carried, and everyone loved me. And for at least a week, I was like, they knew my name. They
Belle
actually
of the ball.
Belle of the ball. And at the time, though, I had.
But there was a moment for you, and when that happened, where you go, huh. I got a lot of attention just now for being smart and funny.
Yeah.
That felt really good. Maybe I should lean into whatever just happened. Go for the laugh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go for it.
So then.
I have a
truth,
confession.
though,
Yes, I have a confession. Give me a minute.
Take your time with this.
It's radio. Give me a minute, though. I didn't know vessel was another name for a boat. I just was naming blood things.
I thought you were going to say you made up the whole story.
I never had a father or a boat. I didn't know vessel was a boat.
No, he was just a child in the back seat, just going blood, body, vein.
I probably didn't even say vessel. I probably said muscle.
Type
and
A.
With my type O.
Doctor things. Ambulance. I can't even say it the wrong way.
Fascia.
I'm impressed you knew that word.
I don't know how it came. Like, it came to me like in a dream.
Go, blood vessel.
Wow.
And so,
brilliant.
So they named it blood vessel, and I was like, every day I would see it and know that I was lying the whole time. Like I knew I didn't know what. I still don't know. And so then I go to my father. Recently, we were on the road in Palm Beach, and I was like, Dad,
he's at lunch with his dad.
And my dad's on oxy at this point.
Yeah, he's high on oxy.
My dad's
for his back.
Yeah, his back's messed up.
Andrew's mom
is also on oxygen, so they're both on.
No,
we have an oxy
both
family.
On oxy.
Yeah, they're both on oxy.
Yeah,
different kind of oxy.
Kind.
It's a good family. Everything's healthy in our family, except for, I do rumble boxing. So anyway, so then my dad, I look at him in his eye, and I was like, I got a confession to make, Dad. I didn't know vessel was another name for boat when I named the boat Blood Vessel, and he goes, wasn't it named First Blood?
He didn't even know.
He goes, which boat? I go.
No
he goes, do we have 2 boats? He didn't even. Yeah, he never even. I don't think anything I ever did is still
got through to him.
I'll tell him things because he worked a lot. I mean, what am I going to complain? He paid for my school.
Yeah, and you're like, remember when I had this one great quip?
Yeah.
And
he's
you
like,
named one
you
of your
mean
boats?
the cancer patients I was saving? Oh yeah, thanks for the blood vessel line. Like my dad. I think he worked 80 to 100 hours.
Jeez.
That's crazy.
Yeah, insane. He checked out every night.
How did he have time to cheat?
He fucked the secretary.
Oh,
Really?
yes.
Yeah,
That's
it's very convenient.
efficient.
Yeah, it's efficient. It's smart.
That's a
God bless him.
workaholics move.
I mean, it makes sense.
You get it done at work.
Yeah, you get it done at work. I mean, she had blonde
So
hair.
cliche, right?
It really
I mean,
is.
how did that sting a little bit? Like, come on, Dad. That's a hack move.
At the time, I thought it was original.
Didn't
I didn't know much. I didn't know much about cheaters then. I wasn't out there. I was from a small town.
Yeah.
But now that I know,
When did you find out?
oh man, I was 12, I think. We were on the blood vessel, and
Were you?
no, we were. No, we were. I remember my mom bringing us all in like a group meeting, and she's like, "Your dad's been having an affair" in front of my dad, and then she's
oh
like,
my God! Wait, where is your dad looking?
"Oh,
Is he looking
Is he
down
just
at the
like?
ground?
Do you see him just staring at a spot on the carpet?
he's just
Oh
like."
my God.
I just picture you. Oh, that makes me so uncomfortable.
Yeah, he's like, I love that blood vessel idea you had, Andrew.
Yeah,
it's like,
can we
no,
get back
let's
to that?
yeah, can we get back to something other than me? And then my mom, I vaguely remember, but she's sitting on the floor in the living room crying hysterically. And the secretary's husband,
When had she found out, and then when had she decided to tell you?
the secretary's husband called my mom.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Dear.
And I don't know how he found out.
Still don't know.
No, I never really talked
You
to
never
him.
got the
And they probably all
Did
knew
you
each
get the
other,
details
right?
from your mom?
No, not much. I don't think, huh?
Did you get the? Did you get the? Huh? Huh? I heard people doing that yesterday somewhere. They're like really.
Did I get the details
egregiously.
from my mom?
Yeah.
No, I mean,
About the call she got.
just that the husband called her and that daddy was moving away.
Yeah.
And then he moved into like some shitty condo. Actually, it wasn't that shitty. It was on the beach.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so funny though. Like, you don't realize like how much a divorced dad, like in shambles. Like he had one pizza in the freezer. A divorced dad always has like one, like microwave pizza, and then he has like old pizza, like a box of like it's all pizza.
It's all different.
And then like 2 liters
versions
of
of
like a
pizza.
Coke and a Diet Coke, and then you drink water from the faucet. That's pretty much. And like,
Did you like going to your dad's?
not really, not
Yeah.
at that time. It
Yeah.
was.
It was sad.
It was very sad.
Julia, are
Are
your
your
parents
parents?
together?
Yeah.
Yeah, mine are too.
Yeah.
We can't really relate to this. I've
Yeah.
always had like a fully stocked fridge with both my parents kind of loving each other and
Yeah.
showing me enough attention, acknowledging how funny I am, and remembering
Every day was a
those
blood
moments.
vessel for you.
I just go back through my baby book, and all the moments that they cherished with me are kind of recorded there, and I relive it with them when I go back, and I just have nothing. My parents and I are just like perfect.
Yeah.
We just get along. My mom is truly my best friend.
I know, Julie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, my parents, we haven't
People
talked
whose
in a while.
moms are their best friend.
They come out great.
I
mean,
mean,
you're doing
there's
great.
a part of me that's jealous, but I feel like as the older I get, my mom I'm like, oh, she's someone that I could be really good friends with. But then you don't want. Then you're like, also, wait, you're my mom, but I'm also like, I'm 34, about to be 35. Do I need to be like my mommy? Is there any part of me that still needs a mom? I shouldn't.
I don't know. That's
No
not
one-
necessarily true.
35-year-olds aren't meant to have moms anymore. Like
Do you call your mom for
biologically.
advice still?
I don't really call my parents for advice. I do sometimes.
It's
and
a-
they usually give good advice, but I feel uncomfortable.
Why?
I don't know. I don't want them to think that I'm not doing well or something.
But so do you call them when you're doing well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I call them a lot, but I usually don't ask for advice
How often do you talk to your parents?
every day.
Every day.
Wow.
Wow. What do you guys talk about? And
I don't
how
know.
long? How long are these calls?
This is like the walk to the subway call. 10 minutes.
Agreed. I'm always walking to the gym, walking to
Yeah.
the subway. There is an out in sight.
Do you knock them both out on the same call? Are they together usually?
Sometimes they're on speakerphone and they say hi to me at the same time.
Oh my god.
That's cute. That's what
It's
that
cute.
is probably 80% of the time with my parents as well. They're in the same room together. And
Yeah, that's the problem with a divorce kid. You gotta make 2 calls
Yeah,
very
yeah.
annoying.
But also 2 Hanukkahs
and a Christmas.
and a Christmas. Why?
Yeah. Well, my dad remarried a Christian woman.
Oh, so you got a little half
Well,
Christmas
it slowly
there.
became Christmas. Like it was. Oh, we're gonna have a Hanukkah
Christmas is serious business to people who
Christmas,
celebrate
when
Christmas.
a woman comes in, it becomes Christmas. The tree comes
yeah,
up.
if she's bringing kids in and they're used to Christmas, Christmas ain't going
No,
anywhere.
Christmas is gonna fuck
in
up
Florida.
Hanukkah every time.
Oh yeah. We're always gonna win.
Also, we don't want people to know we're Jewish, where we were from in Florida. We would put up a Christmas tree even during Hanukkah when we
Really?
were just Jewish.
We're
Yeah.
in Florida.
In Clansville. No, but in Port St. Lucie, Florida.
Dog
Yeah.
kill.
Dog kill. Dogville.
What's
We're
that?
talking
What's that
of
close
different-
to?
It's like 2.5 hours north of Miami.
Okay.
Yeah.
Julia, where are you from? Here.
Yeah, but I grew up mostly in Connecticut.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like my parents are immigrants. I lived here when I was little. And
From
then
where?
From Italy.
Oh, wow.
And they met here, actually.
What?
Yeah.
That's not really like the good immigrant story though. Italy. Oh wow, where'd you come, Florence? You know,
Well, I mean-
you get no credit for that.
I guess. But my parents are like humble,
Like, ooh,
humble
cosmopolitan.
people.
Yeah,
humble
yeah.
beginnings.
Yeah, were they?
Yeah, I mean,
Would they-
What
what
did they
what
make?
business?
Pasta.
my
Yes.
my father's
they did.
father was a waiter,
Okay.
and he worked at like the Palm and like
Mhm.
places that don't exist anymore. Also in the Plaza.
In Italy?
No, here.
Oh.
When they moved here.
Oh, okay.
And then I don't know what he did in Italy, to be honest. And then my mom's father was a longshoreman, like Brando status.
I don't know what that means.
No, like what's that movie called again? On the
Old
waterfront.
Man in the Sea.
I just thought he meant he was an actor.
No,
You
no, no,
said
but, like,
Marlon Brando.
Yeah, yeah.
That whole on
was
the
like, oh, I
waterfront
did-
narrative.
Okay.
It's
okay.
like real. Like
Right.
it was like all mafia and like
Wow.
you show up for work and you might not get hired that day. It was like crazy.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
He
okay.
died young, but
And then, wow, how do you know all this? You 23 and mean?
what no.
Or
They
you're
tell
just,
you
well,
when
I
Wait,
your
guess,
but my
grandpa
parents
died?
know this.
yeah. I guess I just don't.
How
I
young?
don't know far back at all.
I don't either. I
know
don't know how
that-
my grandfather
you
or
know
great
that-
grandfather died.
You know that one you to make someone realize how stupid life is and how nothing matters and you won't be remembered. You just go, hey, Andrew, what's your great grandparents' name? Name one of them. What's their first name? Exactly.
Blood vessel.
You will be forgotten
I-
within 3
Yeah,
generations.
yeah, three
Completely,
generations.
no one will know your name.
No one.
So
Do you know
sad.
your great grandparents' names?
Nuts.
I know my dad's grandfather's name. That's it.
Your dad's father's
My
name.
dad's grandfather's
grandfather. Okay, what was his name?
Michele Eliseo.
Okay, well it's long.
Actually, no. Those are the names of both of his grandfathers.
Isn't that a rude
Wait,
awakening?
Because that's my brother's middle name. I got confused. Sorry.
Isn't that a rude awakening though?
What's that?
Realizing that 3 generations is all it takes for your
I have a feeling
progeny
the
to
next
not know
generation
your
won't know
name.
my name. Like
You do have a
my
feeling?
nephews won't learn my name. They call me Uncle Glenn the other day.
Oh, so you think that you'll be
I won't
forgotten?
last. I won't last this generation. Oh, my own brothers are gonna forget my name before I die. I hope.
First blood?
First blood, blood, daddy blood.
No, but I saw the blood thing reminded me because I saw this truck that just said, you know, don't like it was the blood foundation or whatever, and they're like, because you can't live without it. And I was thinking of like that guy that weekend was with his kids driving somewhere, and they're like, hey, I got this thing we got to come up with a slogan to put on the truck. And you guys got any blood? Like, what are some sayings about blood? And the kids are throwing things out, and one kid's just like just you literally trying to be like, blood. It's red. It flows through you. It's inside you. You can't live without it. What? What did you say?
Stop the car.
That's also
Stop
a
the
phrase
car.
that people use sometimes
Pull over.
to express that something's important. And you can't live without blood. Oh, you should be a comic, little boy. And you're setting off on a course to become the best at podcasting.
Oh, he'll be a podcast one day. He'll be an actual podcast. He's gonna be a microphone.
I went to a new therapist yesterday.
Really?
Oh,
First
yeah?
time. Yeah, she is awesome. I didn't know. My friend recommended her.
Famous?
Based on what?
Famous friend?
No. Kind of actually. You know, in her own right.
I could see you like working your way up therapist. Like
What do you mean,
from,
like a famous? I want to go get a famous therapist.
Yeah.
Like who?
And then just compare your fame, and that's like the whole thing for 45
Helen
minutes.
Hunt in this sessions.
Is that something?
Yeah. So she I think she has sex with a guy that is she's like a sex therapist, and she has sex with a guy who's a paraplegic, and then falls in, like she is a sex gets him off. I think that's like it's called
That's the movie?
Sessions. Yeah.
Wow.
So it was a kind of funny reference that would be.
Is he from
That
the
might-
waist down or from the
I think
neck
he's like
down?
completely something like that. Like I think I don't know anything about the film, but I do know that she is, I think, having sex with a guy that is disabled to really that's a good deed.
It is, but
Yeah.
I just don't know. They get hard.
Yeah.
Someone with no legs, or
Blood, blood's still flowing, dude. It's not a bone. It's not a muscle. I mean, I guess
Oh.
it's like blood.
So
right?
everything's dead except the cock is strong as ever.
I don't know. I really think that.
Does anyone know?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
Well, no, I've heard of people from the waist down having babies, but they might
Anyway,
get the cum from.
I just don't know. I'm not like avoiding this because I'm awkward. Like I just don't know, and so like I hate to spec. But if you do know, I guess call in. But like at this point, we have to go to break, and then I don't really want to talk about this subject.
So how's your shrink?
But I do think it's a cool service, and I do think disabled people deserve to have sex as much as everyone else. And if it takes a sex worker to do that, fucking do it.
In A
Set
Few
it
Good
up.
Men. In A Few Good Men, they fuck.
What?
In A Few Good Men, the movie.
Okay.
And they're all handicapped.
Who?
From getting shot.
Oh.
Like Tom Cruise and stuff. And they, well, actually, I don't know if his dick worked in it.
Okay.
Wait, is that Born on the 4th of July?
Oh, yeah.
A Few Good Men. I'm like, you can't handle the truth.
You can't handle the dick. Yeah, wrong movie. Wrong movie. Same. I think they're 1 and 2, no? That's part 1 and 2 of that movie.
A Few Good Men. You
That's
thought
hilarious.
that guys.
It's a sequel.
Wait, A Few Good Men's a sequel to Born on the 4th of July.
So
And then Mission Impossible.
I don't know anything
Sorry.
about Born on the 4th of July.
Oh, you don't? Oh,
That's a good one.
it's dark.
So okay. But anyway, I go to this therapist, and I don't know anything about her. Like whenever I get therapist recommendations, I don't even think about what their qualifications are. I'm just like, oh, it's recommended. What do they specialize in? Maybe I should pay attention to that. Never have. I went to a therapist for years who I feel like completely screwed me over financially, and I mean, And I go, I don't even know what she does. Like, I don't know any of her qualifications. It was out of her apartment most of the time, and it was all done in cash. I don't know anything.
Yeah.
So, but this woman, at the end of it, I was like, so what, can I ask you about the letters after your name? Like, what does that all mean? And she's like, yeah, I'll talk you through it. And she was like, oh, I'm a sex therapist. And I'm like, what? I was like, I'm a sex comedian. I was like, this is going to go great. I was like, that's all I talk about, too. It's like, good job choosing your specialty, you know? I was like, isn't it the best? And she's like, oh, it's the best. It's the most interesting subject. And it's everything. And I was like, it's everything. So it was like so good. And she's like a body work there. I didn't know any of this. She like works. She's like, I'm in something somatic. Because at one point, right away in it, I was like, and I masturbated, but it's like not that great. And I'm like kind of over it. And she's like, do you want to learn how? And I was like, what? Like, she was kind of like, you want to learn how to like masturbate? And I was like, yeah. She was like, we could work on that, And I was like,
What?
Okay. And I was confused, but it was also, she's just talking about like getting to know your body and like being able to be okay with yourself, which literally when she was like, do you want to like get to know your body and like know yourself? And I was like, I would rather like work on like getting to be comfortable in a bathtub of spiders than what you're describing.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, I'd rather do like I literally was going like, ugh. I made a face and she goes, look at your face right now. And so this is like, I feel like really good about this therapist. I'm so excited.
That is
This
exciting.
fucking
Is she
sex
hot?
therapist.
Sorry,
Yes.
like
Yes.
I had to ask.
Yeah,
she's
she's hot. This is a good show so
Yeah.
far.
You seem in good spirits. It might
Thank
be the new
you.
therapist. Maybe.
Yeah, I also did like a loving kindness meditation this morning where you project love and happiness and kindness
And gratitude.
to someone that you don't have a complicated relationship with. You just pick someone that you only want to experience joy. Like you really want them to be happy. It's kind of hard for me to pick that person.
I felt that this morning. Thank you. That was
Who'd
nice
you
of you.
pick? Are you allowed to say?
Yeah, I picked Ryan Hamilton.
Oh.
I just was
He
like, that
deserves
is
love.
someone that I only want to have happiness. And yeah, so I was like, yeah, I focused in on him and I hope he felt it somewhere. But then at the last minute of the meditation, you go back and you give it to yourself. And then you were able to put it out there and take it in. And it was really good. And it only took 10 minutes. Waking Up, the app.
Sam Harris.
Try it out. Sam
You
Harris.
have to sit up.
Yes, you don't. There's no lying meditation.
I don't know.
I lay in the bath and she
Nope.
got very angry.
Nope. You got to be sitting up.
I sit up in the bath.
No.
But you would sit in a
it's
chair.
Yeah, you sit in a chair or a cushion, as Sam Harris says.
Actually, I feel like meditation in the bath, you're looking at your own naked body.
No, you
So
don't. No, you're not looking. Your eyes are closed.
Oh.
Okay? Your eyes are closed.
You're staring at your own chest.
I used to try to meditate in like the sauna and stuff, and it's just like it's too much. You can meditate literally anywhere, but why just do it because then you are like, I need the bath to meditate, and you just don't. You can just do it anywhere. I could do it on the train. I did it at a Broadway show, off Broadway show the other night when I was having a panicky moment. You can do it anywhere, and it's very useful. Giulio, you said that you lost all sensation in your crotch area recently because we were talking about, A Few Good good men, which reminds you of men losing feeling in their lower extremities, right?
Yeah. Well,
oh wait, no, that's
Born on the 4th of July.
Yes.
Yes.
You thought it was A Few Good Men. You said it several times.
A few
good times.
A few good times. A few bad times.
Yeah,
actually.
a few bad times.
A few.
What happens actually in that movie?
Which one?
Born.
Born on 4th of July. He goes to Vietnam. And he,
but what's the sex thing with the
so he
paralysis?
he gets shot.
Okay.
And he goes paralyzed from his waist down. And then they live in Tijuana because it's like a great place for crippled people for some reason.
Is that true?
Well, all the
In
women,
the
women don't mind that they're crippled as much, and they're not as judged.
Okay.
And a lot of people are judging them because they come back from Vietnam and they don't think it's a just war.
Oh, so they go back home to America. And
yeah,
and
they get treated like shit and like
so
shit
they're
thrown
like,
on
I'm going to Tijuana.
Yeah.
Okay.
Essentially, I think it might be Tijuana, and so then all the hookers there love
This
them.
is a good plot.
Yeah.
I
It's
like
his
how
best
it's
performance.
like
by the way.
Really?
Everybody
What?
thinks that Tom Cruise's best performance.
What? I've never seen this. I can't believe I've never seen this.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Okay, next time on a plane, if I see it, I'll watch it. Okay.
Yeah.
So then
he goes and then he gets prostitutes, and the prostitutes don't mind.
Are those some hot scenes?
No. No, I
Tom
mean
Cruise
a little
is
bit,
so
but
hot.
yeah, he gets kind of.
Are you still down for current Tom Cruise?
I mean, Scientology. Tom Cruise is pretty revolting, but he, if I can put that out of my mind, and if we're not near that castle, if we're not within I'll feel safe with Tom Cruise.
I felt
He
like
seems like a nice guy.
for the new Mission Impossible, he had to be like, guys, listen, I'll jump out of a plane. I'll actually do it. If you guys come see my movie, I know you all hate me now.
I know.
He
Yeah,
did
you're so
insane
right.
stunts.
He'll end up dying just trying to please people.
Right.
The worse he gets in his personal life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I hear he does his own stuff, even when they're like, you don't need to do this.
You're
65 years old.
Actually, it's gonna take us a lot longer if you do it.
Remember, he got braces really late in life. That was a big move.
Yeah, because
his teeth were on to the side.
Yeah, someone had done a meme where they kind of realized that Tom Cruise's teeth didn't like match up or whatever.
Yeah,
he used to have some really like snaggled teeth.
Well,
But he was a movie star with snaggled teeth.
Well, his
yeah.
front tooth was in the middle. Like
Right.
everything was pushed.
He got them straight though, and then
Yeah.
maybe he fixed them again. But he had snaggly teeth in the beginning. That used to be a thing. Now everyone just has straight teeth
Yeah, not me.
because there's such early intervention, which is why I think that plastic surgery for children will become a thing at some point. Because you used to just be like, oh, those are your teeth. You're stuck with those teeth, and now we're like, you can change your teeth and be more attractive to people. Let's start in 7th grade.
Yeah.
I mean, like it's
a little eye
plastic
lift
surgery
for a 7th
kids.
grader. Yeah.
I think
You might be
teeth
onto something. A
straightening-
pediatrician / plastic surgeon.
I'm just saying that if we're straightening our teeth, it's for vanity. You can pretend it's like to chew your food better, but that's not it. You just want your kid to have a nice smile.
But some people will say it's healthier to have
Do you have
straight
braces?
teeth.
I
Julia?
didn't know.
You didn't?
What do you got going on? Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, you have straight teeth. You have
You're
natural
alright.
straight teeth.
Got a little
Some people you
snaggly
could
one.
see
Andrew
the
had
bottoms.
braces and then never got them taken off.
That's a big thing when you could see the bottoms. Gives
What
it
do
a
you
good
mean?
smile. Like you could see your bottoms
Oh,
too.
see, my bottoms are all crooked, but who cares about the bottoms?
No, but you could see all your teeth. You can't see any of it.
Wait, that's no, don't.
My grandpa had a similar mouth.
Yeah, your dad
What are
does
you
too,
working with?
right?
Yeah, very mushy.
Okay.
Let's see it. Let's see the teeth.
And he has a gap. We have gaps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you had braces to prevent this, but you
I had
just
braces
never
for a
took them
very
off.
long time. My braces
got it.
broke
Very good ones.
when I was
had
a
braces.
kid, and it made my teeth worse because I didn't go to orthodontist because I was so lazy.
No, you weren't
So my
lazy. Your parents were
I
lazy,
guess.
Andrew. Why didn't your parents take you
Well, I
to
was at camp.
orthodontist?
I was at camp for
That's
2
not
months.
your responsibility.
Yeah.
It's theirs to be like, you got to go to the orthodontist before
Yeah.
camp and you got to go right after.
Mom was drunk.
Exactly.
Mommy was drunk.
Don't blame yourself for that, Andrew. Are we were you doing therapy?
I'll blame the bottle.
Get to know your body.
When I wrote the poem, she hits the bottle. That was embarrassing.
What?
My
Oh,
college
yeah,
friends
you wrote-
found my
Oh,
poem book in
no.
college, and I wrote a poem called "She Hits the Bottle."
Oh my god.
She went full throttle
Oh my god.
when mommy would hit the bottle.
Did they make fun of you? Or were they
Oh,
just
it
like-
was bad.
Wait, how
It
old
was
were
bad.
you when you wrote it?
18, 19, you know. I was just getting into iambic
Were you
pentameter.
drunk? Do you remember where you sat to write it?
Yeah, in a fraternity house with mono in the dark listening to Chris Gaines. Do we know who Chris Gaines is? It's Garth Brooks' alter ego.
Okay, wait a second.
The sad emo version.
Do you remember what compelled you to pick up the notebook?
Depression.
No, but I mean, like,
It was dark
what
in my room.
stage of your? It was dark in your room.
It was dark in my room. It was sophomore year. I had mono.
But were
I
you
was
trying to be someone?
Yeah,
in that moment?
I was
Like,
trying to
were
be an artist. I always nimble or dabbled in the arts, and I wanted to be an actor. I took one acting class. I was very good. I got an A-.
Yeah.
Couldn't cheat. Can't cheat in acting.
Can't. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Whoa, you can't.
No.
Kids, let that be known. You can't cheat in acting class. So if you
No.
sign up for it, you're not gonna be able to look at your friend's monologue and just use
No,
that.
you can't. It's the only class I couldn't cheat in.
All right.
I got an
yeah.
A-.
A-.
One of the highest grades in the class, I think. And
First blood.
First blood.
Blood vessel.
Bloody.
Accidental A-.
So I remember I fell asleep in whatever. Anyways, I knew I wanted to be an artist. So, but I was scared. So I started writing poetry. In the dark.
It's in the dark, but
In
how
your
did
first
you?
job.
Do you remember? There had to be a light on the page. It's hard to write in the dark, in the pitch dark.
I had one of those flashlight pens.
No, you
No,
didn't.
I didn't. No, I don't. Yeah, there was somewhat
Do we
of
have
light.
any other lines from this poem?
God, I wish I
She
still
goes
had
full
it.
throttle when she hits the
The
bottle.
bottle. Anything that rhymes with bottle, really.
I would probably pay
She wasn't.
$10,000.
She wasn't that
to
great
have
of a
that
role
poem in front of
model.
me. Oh my God.
Because every time I talked to her, she hit the bottle.
I can't
My
think of any
friends-
other words that rhyme.
Throttle, model, bottle,
That's it. What else?
Toddle.
coddle.
Coddle.
What is it? What does coddle even mean?
She-
Oh,
She
She-
never would coddle. Because mommy, she hits the bottle. She hits the bottle. She hits the bottle.
Role model, coddle,
Throttle.
throttle,
Pothole.
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 One of life's many potholes.
Yeah. My mom.
When mom hits
our
the
relationship.
bottles.
Yeah. Was like a car
You
hitting
drew
a
an S.
pothole.
Yes.
When every time she'd hit the pothole.
Okay, the sunglasses are making me focus on your mouth too much, and I don't like it.
How about now? Now you see my
I'm
eyes.
seeing like
Why, what's-
strands of saliva.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now I don't like
Yeah,
any
it's
of
too
this.
much, right?
No.
How about this? How about I just don't look at you? Talk like that.
That's better. That works better for me.
How about I leave and you just talk to the camera?
So you wrote some jokes for me for the roast of Alec Baldwin.
Yes.
Let's go through those, and I'll tell you why I didn't use them.
How many jokes do you think you got from people?
Over
1,000?
1,000.
Probably more.
No, I would say probably just around that. Okay, no one in the family talks to Caitlyn Jenner. Kanye, however, has been known to give a strong nod at a Trump rally from across the arena. So just that's a joke about how they both like Trump.
Yes.
Okay.
That one's not that good. Look, there's going to be some duds.
Kanye wears a Make America Great hat to show anyone can be president. Caitlyn wears it because it's the only way she can come.
It's not bad. Yeah.
I don't get why she's coming from wearing a hat, though.
Because she loves Trump so much. The only way she can come is while wearing the hat.
It just doesn't
Yeah.
make sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
Caitlyn Jenner says it's tough getting dressed and ready as a woman, except at the Klan rally where she can just wear a sheet, be herself, and forget about having to be pretty.
She has like a whole thing about it's the hardest thing about being a woman is wearing a sheet. Or wearing
Picking out a dress.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what she said. The hardest part about being
Yeah.
a woman is deciding what to wear.
So then if she's wearing the sheet at her Klan rally, she could just...
Okay, so again, talking about her. See, I just don't think
It's
people assume that
assume
she
her
is,
being racist. Yeah.
Yeah. Caitlyn and Kanye both are famous for remixes. That's good.
Yeah.
That one was good.
Yeah.
Alec Baldwin looks like a senator candidate standing on a box with a megaphone yelling, "I have a gay friend named Sean."
Yeah, that's not good.
Okay. Alec Baldwin is Irish. I mean alcoholic. I mean terrible father.
That's fun.
I mean a terrible father? Is that what you meant?
Yeah.
Alec Baldwin is Irish. I mean alcoholic. I mean a terrible father.
Yeah.
That has a fun beat to it.
Yeah.
Alec Baldwin looks like if the Hamptons could scream racist slurs.
It's not bad.
No, that is bad.
Okay.
That is just bad.
Oh, yeah, that's bad.
You look like the Hamptons. You look like...
Well, Alec Baldwin looks like a blowfish driving a yacht. That was pretty good.
He doesn't, though.
Yeah. Alec Baldwin was...
Yeah.
Alec Baldwin was great in 30 Rock. His brother Billy was great in Backdraft. And Steven was great at forcing his daughter to marry Bieber because the Biodome money ran out 15 years ago. That could be shorter.
Or it could be just, like, not used.
Yeah. Which was... It wasn't.
No, it wasn't. Yeah.
I mean, these are, like, not good. Apparently.
No. A lot of them are bad, but you sent so many. So let's keep going. Alec has gotten lazy, taking movie roles that require no prep. He is in a new movie called Drunk Parents. Can't wait for the sequel, Abusive Parents. And the trilogy, My 12-Year-Old Daughter is a Fat Pig That Needs to Be Straightened Out.
Gotta laugh.
It's because it's so bad, Andrew.
No, it's not. That's
Yeah,
a good joke.
Chris Redd is a triple threat. He can rap, act, and steal your wallet.
It's a good joke.
Because he's black?
Yeah.
Chris, you have a gigantic head. You look like a mascot for DeVry University. That was funny.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a big head, though.
His head's not small.
It's not
He
big.
has a big forehead.
That would be funny if his head were big. Chris Redd has flaky skin. He does?
Again.
Because he's black?
Yeah.
You're ashier than the remnants of Jeff Ross's ancestors. Holocaust.
Good joke.
Don't do this, Larry David.
Pretty good. Jackpot.
Jeff Ross has all of 10 of Kylie Jenner's color lip glosses on his old shriveled cock.
Guys. Meaning.
Jeff Ross has sex with young girls that have Alec Baldwin issues.
Not bad.
Daddy
issues.
issues
Alec
for Alec
Baldwin
Baldwin.
instead.
Jeff Ross's chin grows bigger for every young female comic he tells, I can help you with your career. It's like if Pinocchio had a thyroid problem.
Smart. Very witty.
Smart wasn't what the word that I would use. A stretch? Yeah. Robert De Niro is known for putting on and losing weight for roles. Jeff Ross is known for eating rolls and having them all over his disgusting body. That was you just projecting onto yourself.
Okay, it's still a good joke.
Robert De Niro looks like he's always smelling a fart.
A little bit.
You do a great Robert De Niro.
A little bit.
Why does your tongue have a white film on it? It literally looks like you were eating a marshmallow. Your tongue is white.
I was a little bit. A little marshmallow there.
Ew. Come on. It is a good De Niro.